Hi Libra, this is your channel messages for the 1st to the 3rd of January. Libra, I'm getting someone is jealous of your success. Getting someone's jealous of your success and they were not the one beside you when you were succeeding. Not sucking a seed, when you were succeeding, right? I'm also getting someone is going to set you up. You're going to get set up. Someone's trying to frame you. I'm not sure what they're trying to frame you to do. Not sure if somebody's been giving you information and telling people you provide a certain service and taking money on behalf of you. Not sure if someone's saying you work together or you're the face of something, but I'm getting somebody going to set you up or somebody's trying to frame you. If you do follow your divine guidance, I'm getting in a situation you will get out. But I'm getting somebody is trying to, I'm getting them a try for, it could be trying to get you locked up, but I'm getting them a buying you so you have no way out. But I'm getting Libra, justice. Maybe somebody feel like, oh yeah, if you get locked up, I'm getting the judge, I'm gonna believe you. Or if them call police, the police are gonna believe you. I'm getting somebody is going to frame you, but somebody else are gonna believe you. Or I'm getting you have proof. And somebody never expect you had proof. Because them think something was sealed tight. They thought that they could cash in your chips. And I'm getting the only chips you're cashing in, sir, is not at the casino. It's Lay's chips. That's only chips you're motherfucking eating. Let's go ahead and go into your reading. See what your overall message is. Libra, the justice card. Yeah, I'm getting maybe somebody uses a justice system against you. This could be like something about the government is jealous. I don't know. Maybe the government is like, we provided a service for you, but the service was not supposed to be that comfortable. Bitch, you're relying on the government. How the fuck are you acting like you own businesses? I'm getting something about jealousy. Your overall message is the 7 of Cups. So I'm getting somebody's wondering, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? How? Why and how? I'm getting why and how. Why are you doing it? How are you doing it? Why are you doing it? How are you doing it? Let's go. First card out, Libra. Ooh. Is the 3 of Swords? I think it's the 3 of Swords. It is. I'm getting the 3 of Swords is out. Yeah. So I'm getting something about how did you do that? Why did you do that? Why would you do that? I'm getting the 3 of Swords. It's heartache. It's pain. So I'm getting something about pain. Somebody want to pay. Maybe you were expected to take some time off or to be in pain. How are you still performing under pain? How are you still performing after a heartbreak? Remember 6 of Pentacles, yeah, you're supposed to be needy, sad, impoverished. You're supposed to be begging for attention, begging for help, begging for support. Why are you not doing that? Aren't you homeless? Don't you need money? Don't you need a man? Don't you need a woman? 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, yeah, you're not supposed to be doing good at all. Now the 3 of Swords with the 6 of Pentacles can also be something about them why you spend money. Maybe you have savings. Maybe you're really good with money. You're getting somebody why you spend money. So 3 of Swords can be a lot of people lying to you about how much a service costs. Committing somebody why you spend money. So maybe somebody don't want you to save money. We have the Page of Pentacles, yeah, but I'm getting you are, what do you call it, financially literate. You're very financially literate. Maybe somebody didn't know that. Maybe you had little money, so somebody judge you on what you do with your little money. But by getting now you have big money, you're still spending little. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles, and we also have the 5 of Cups. Now, I'm getting something about a job. I'm getting like a underpaid job, something underpaid. The Lover's card, the Queen of Wands. So this could be like you work for your entity but them don't want to pay you, or you work for your entity, you're supposed to be getting more pay but them don't want to pay you more. I'm getting, if you're working, I'm getting you don't like you work minimum wage. So you're a minimum wage worker, you have no bachelor's degrees, you're stuck in a dead-end job. because you only can make minimum wage. But why you and I can afford to go to the same concerts? Don't you make minimum wage? Because I'm getting a work a minimum wage job. So me go college, me get a nice job, you work a minimum wage, you get a job. But me getting something about why are you not depressed? Bitch, you work minimum wage. You in a dead end job. When you leave this, you don't climb in a corporate career. You look for another job. So why are you happy? Why are you not depressed? Why you look like, why do you look as fashionable as I do? You don't have a job. You don't have a real job. So again, somebody's wondering how, maybe somebody's wondering where you get your money from. But me getting whatever money this is, they don't have a lot of it. Libra. Also, yeah, so with the setup thing, I'm getting set up. Maybe somebody want you ask them for something. Cause me getting work 8 of Pentacles, but me getting you only get 6 of Pentacles. So I'm getting for the work where you don't really get the pay where you deserve. You produce or make 8 things, but you only get paid for 6, so you're still short. I don't know if you have a female boss, me getting she don't want to pay you, or she trying to hold on until you pay. It could be because of something with a relationship. Or me getting something about somebody want you work a lot. Maybe somebody feel like your only purpose is to work. What else are you doing? You don't have love. I made sure of it. You don't have friends. I made sure of it. You don't have a life. I made sure of it. So why are you not at work? I took away everything from you. Everything that you do that does not involve work after you leave, I take away from you. I take away your love. I take away your entertainment. I take away your passion to even go out and do things. I take away you not socializing. So what are you doing with the time? Why are you not at work? I thought taking away all these things meant you would always be at work since you had no distractions. But I'm getting that whole was as wrong as having a child out of wedlock. Let's go. We have father. Yes, something about your father. Maybe your father think if she never have kids and she never get married, she will always show up for work. She don't want kids, then make she work like a man. Or your father is like, yeah, she has no boyfriend, she's not allowed to have a man, not sure how old you are. And I'm not sure why your father would have comments about men in your life if he was not a father who was in your life. So that's pretty weird that your dad and your mom never lived together and your dad wasn't in your life, but he's commenting on the man who's supposed to be in your life. What does he know about the man that was supposed to be in your life if he was not in your life? Tell me, how do you have a man who got a woman pregnant, left her with kids, either him leave her with kids because he couldn't agree with her, because she never wanted him to see the kids, whatever reason. But how would you find a husband for your daughter when you could not know what it was like to be a husband to the woman who you had kids with? So you never married the woman you got pregnant, but you think you can choose a suitable husband for your daughter who will marry her? So in that sense, are you choosing a man who's better than you? Make it make sense. We're getting something about your father. Or your father is like, she don't have a boyfriend, she don't have babies, she going to work, she love to work, she will work all her life. We have mental health. Yeah, maybe somebody trying to work it to death. No sleep for the wicked. Work you. Work it to death. Work her until she's tired. Work her like a donkey. Work her like a slave. Just make sure work. She'll always show up for work. She have no distraction. She have no love. It's okay. We made sure of it. It's fine. She'll just work. Maybe your father want you to be a man. We have flowers. I'm getting you're a girl. You have a pussy, a vagina, a clitoris. You have a vulva. All these things. We have evil. Yeah, we're getting somebody that try to affect your mental health. Maybe somebody's trying to sleep deprive you. Sleep deprivation. When you overwork or somebody overwork you, then you can't sleep. You have insomnia. Your health starts to deteriorate. Your mental health goes first. So I'm getting your father or somebody's trying to sleep deprive you. Evil mental health flowers. And we also have Aries. Yeah, something about an Aries, something about an emperor. Aries is the emperor. No, I will always say that as an emperor, you have sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. Sleepless nights, man. If you want to be an emperor, you have to work. You work in 12-hour shifts every single day. But that's not what it means to be an emperor. So you're working 12-hour shifts every day. You have a $30,000 cleared credit card. You drive a nice car and you own a house. But you have no time to relax. That's not the emperor somebody wants to be. That's the emperor you think them supposed to be. You think an emperor means hard work, sleepless nights, you never see family and friends because you have to grind. No, the fuck it don't. That's how it look to you. Because that's what you saw. Maybe you grew up in a house where your father owned businesses, so him had to leave your mom. Yeah, but that's the life for she and him they choose. That don't mean he was an emperor because he had multiple businesses. Rich, let the wealthy tell you this. Being rich means you have time. It doesn't mean you're working. You can't call yourself rich or successful or wealthy when you can't take time off work when you please. The rich is rich because them can spend time with them grandkids. Them can go out and golf. Them can do all of these rich things. Them have time. You can't say you're successful or you're an emperor or you're rich, but you don't have time for your family, for your friends, things where you love or for just be creative. You are not rich, sir. You are an employee with money. You are no different than an employee in a union with a high credit score and good credit card balance. You're the same thing. And even with being an emperor and all that money, you will never spend even half of that money. You don't have time to. You have to work. So you're supposed to work, and all of the money will go in a savings. And then when your mental health depreciates and you finally get sick because you don't have time for girlfriend, you don't have time for your family, and it really take a toll on you, then them just deem you mentally insane and you don't get the money because you're crazy. So you get to work all your life, and right at the end of your life when you want to settle down, you have a midlife crisis. And since your mental health is depleting, now you don't know how to spend your money properly. So all that work that you did your whole life, you did it for somebody else to control. Meanwhile, you cannot afford brand new underwear and matching socks. You don't even have time for buying new cotton underwear because you're working so much. You don't have time for buying new socks. You don't, because you're working. So I'm getting your father feel like to be an emperor it means you have to work, you have to sacrifice. Yeah, but even as a man, women don't work the same way men work. Women don't do the same sacrifices men do. Someone saying you have to work, like men don't bleed. So even if somebody wants you to be a man and work like a man and take with the love of your life, you still bleed at least 2 to 5 days out of every month. You will never work like a man. And men don't have a period. And that's not to say that when you're on your period, you're going to take a time off. I'm just saying your accomplishments is not the same gratification as the accomplishments of men. Because you're 5 days behind anyway you take it. You are a woman. And as a man, you're 5 days ahead. That's why you're supposed to plan. That's why when you don't plan and make an effort and be assertive, women think you don't interested. Women think this man is a beta. Why are you not planning? You have 5 days ahead of me. For at least 5 days, I bleed. So even if I'm doing something like you, it is not at the optimum as when I'm not bleeding. You had 5 days ahead of me. Those 5 days were on a cycle. You have that ahead of me. So why are you not planning? Why are you not being assertive? Why you not take the lead? You expect a girl who bleed for 5 days to take the lead? She can't take the lead. But you have to at least give her 5 days. For put that trust in you. For you to lead. So for 25 days you study her, and for the 5 days she can't lead, that's your time to step up. You had a 5-day head start. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Until next time, bye.